fans, this is TheSkullKlown. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe. My main goal here is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Now, I want to talk about a horror video game / movie. Friday the 13th. Now, this has been talked about since a month now, and I just noticed it this month. Just because, I don't know. Yeah, because I look up new video games that are coming out this year. When new video games come out, I get surprised. That's basically how it is. That's how I like to keep it that way, basically, you know? Kind of like childhood shit, but whatever. Friday the 13th, the video game, I heard it's coming out in the fall or in the summer, but there's no word of who's making it and when it's gonna come out. I mean, they say in the fall or summer, but no one doesn't know who's making it. And all of these controversy shit, basically, of copyright claims of Jason Voorhees and a copyright claim of Camp Crystal Lake. Are you fucking kidding me? All of that is, again, I fucking hate copyright, first of all. You know, to me, if it's like, if someone uses your shit, be proud someone used your shit. Literally, someone asked me, hey, is it okay if I use one of your videos? Don't even fucking ask me, just use it. The fuck? Like, what am I gonna do? Sue you? Because of copyright? Oh, fucking stupid. I have a big problem with it. I really, really do. So with Friday the 13th, the NES, there's actually an NES one, and the one that I literally just figured out, there's actually a, not Famicom one, or a Commodore 64 one, which that one is, I heard it's, people complain it's easy, but if you just use a knife, it'll be pretty challenging. The NES version, I will get my thoughts on that. I'm not going to talk about it in this video because that should be a future review. So I'm not going to talk about too much of the NES one, but I do want to talk about the but I still want to talk about Friday the 13th game. I am excited for this game, to be honest with you. If they treat this game with love and care and respect, then I think we can see more horror, more horror villains in video games more. When I heard Michael Myers was in Black Ops, I literally couldn't sleep at night. I was like, fuck you, Black Ops, basically, you know. Obviously, Black Ops has their own thing. I don't like Black Ops. Not a fan. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that fucking game right there. Fuck Black Ops. Fuck Call of Duty in general. But I'm just not a Call of Duty fan. But with that whole thing with Call of Duty Michael Myers, that is stupid. Whoever fucking thought of that should really think of what the fuck they thought about. Really, they were probably smoking something when they thought of that shit. Michael Myers in Call of Duty probably sounded good, but execution is everything. So there you go. Just like with this game, Friday the 13th, when they literally the possibilities with this game is endless, but a lot of people are saying, do we even fucking want it? To tell you the truth, people have want games like this. There are people out there, I mean, including myself. You think, I mean, I'm not holding my breath for a Chucky video game, even though it was coming out and it never came out because of the company went down or something, or it went out of business, so the game never got made, never got finished. That was bullshit. So anyways, there's my Chucky video game thing that never came. There's also, I mean, this is not only about Friday the 13th. This is literally just about horror video games in general. Like, obviously, that's the thing, is even people are even gonna buy it, or people gonna be excited of buying this game. I mean, I will, but majority of people don't like horror. Majority of people don't like watching horror movies, you know? I'll say 50% of the whole fucking world enjoys horror movies, and 75% of the world hates horror movies. I like to say that pretty much, but 50% is still pretty good. Yes. Who knows? I'm not saying this game will not make money. It probably will make money. It's a horror genre for video games. It's not like you releasing a Friday the 13th movie in theaters, even though they're doing that and they're making a show. Nothing about the movie and nothing still about the show yet. No information about those, just the video game now. So they want to hype the video game up so they can hype... I mean, they make the video game so they can hype the show and the movie. Just don't fuck up the game. That's all I have to say. And it's going to be a survival horror genre, which I welcome. I mean, there's a lot of big fans. I love that shit, especially in video games. So if you do that, that's good. And if you treat it with love and respect and desire, you will make this game good. Don't do it for the money. Don't do it just because it's Friday the fucking 13th. Don't do it just because it's Jason fucking goddamn Voorhees. Alright, people? Do it because you want to do it because you're a fan of it. You want to do it because you have the respect and you just have respect of the franchise. You don't want to... That's all. That's all I really want for this game to be. Is to be respectful as the other franchises. Hell, the NES version was more respectful to those fucking movies than anything, you know? So, even though people might... Anyway, I'm not going... Like I said, I'm not going to get too much into the NES version until I do a review on it. But, yeah, Friday the 13th, the video game, I can't wait for it. It's like I said, fall or summer. I actually can't wait for it. But this opens new doors. If this game is good, and I mean good, like amazingly good, like people are all like, oh my god, a horror movie video game that's good, you know. Anything is possible, obviously, with video games, but with video games, no one has never tried video games with horror. You know, like, you know how when Hollywood tries to make, you know, Resident Evil a movie and it's never good, or Silent Hill and it's never good, and then video game developers make a movie make a movie video game and it's not that good either. So you have your flaws and your cons, and these are the reasons that people want to point out, because this could be huge if it's successful. It could. Don't get me wrong. Like, most people might be like, what do you mean it would be huge? Think about it. It would be huge. A horror video game that's not bad, that's basically horror and it has an icon like Jason Voorhees, that's pretty good right there. I'll say that there'll be more video games of Jason Voorhees if this is successful. But there's people out there that don't want this game to come out, and I can understand why, but at the same time, it's like, well, they're gonna do it anyways, eventually, probably. Again, with those copyright claims of Jason Voorhees and Camp Crystal Lake. Are you fucking retarded? Fine. If that's the case, then someone can make a fan film nowadays and get a copyright claim just for having a fucking mask. My silence should say all right there, just to say what the fuck is wrong with this society. But moving on, it's just really, again, I can't wait for this game. If it's true or not. Yes, there's no information on it. Yes, we don't know nothing about it. We don't know who the fuck is making this game. And that is a big flaw. It's been a month now, and we don't know who the fuck is making this game. That's bad. That is fucking bad. So either two things. Either they already got their game programmers and they keeping it hush hush, or they don't know who the fuck to make this game, so they go to probably get people, you know, they're just probably going to get rookies that can make a video game, and it probably won't be bad. I mean, just get people that know video games and know horror, That's the only thing that you need, you know? And if a person doesn't know horror and they need to, and they want to know more about it, then let them know. And if they don't want to do it, then maybe that job's not for them. I mean, not the job, not the video game designer job. I'm talking about that job specifically for them, you know? They'll be like, maybe you can't do this video game. Do something else. So, again, this will open more opportunities for video games if this game is good. Now, there is a Scream game, but it's only for the mobile. I don't know if that's good or not, because you could play a Scream and you can kill a whole bunch of people. In this one, you can play as Jason Voorhees and the Camp Counselors, which is great. You have a variety of choices. That's fucking amazing. So that's cool. The thing is, there have been so many horror video games that have been trying to come out but never came out, and some have come out and they sucked. So number one, I mean, the other one, you know, Halloween for the Atari 2600 wasn't that good. NES for Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever you guys think of it. There you go. And the Texas Chainsaw Massacre also for the Atari, and there's actually two Texas Chainsaw Massacres for the Atari. The one that, if you watch the Angry Video Game Nerd review of it, that's the one that everyone knows about. Then there's another one that's actually good, but it's not really well talked about because there's not many copies of the game. It's very, very, very rare to find that copy, and there's only like 26 or 20 something of those cartridges made. So yeah, it's very rare to find, and once you, like, if you have it, make sure you stay with it, because that is a rare thing. And obviously the graphics are not like, you know, the other Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. It's way different. It's small pixel ones, and it doesn't really matter. It's still, as long as the gameplay is good, that's fine. Like Friday the 13th, they say it's going to be on multiple platforms. So obviously it's going to be on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, maybe on Xbox 360, maybe on PlayStation 3. Maybe. I'm saying no to those right now, because we are the next freaking generation of consoles. So let's do this, people. You know, let's put fucking video games on these consoles. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, all done. This is 2015. We need to move with the PlayStation 4 and forget about the PlayStation 3 now. You know, PlayStation 3 has come and gone. Now it's the PlayStation 4's turn. And now put PlayStation 4 games. I mean, now put games for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One if you want, or whatever. Now, it's so funny. People were thinking of Friday the 13th, this, like, the new game, being for the Wii U. To tell you the truth, Nintendo would never do that. They won't. Now, a lot of people might be like, well, Nintendo did it to the NES. Yeah, true. Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. No, it was licensed by Nintendo, for crying out loud. But in this, that was back then. There wasn't blood or gore or anything. Literally, it was kind of like it was just fighting, basically. There was no blood or gore on the NES. This has blood and gore. You know, this probably will have blood and gore. So, and plus Nintendo is all that kid-friendly stuff, you know. And Nintendo is known from that, because that's their company. They're known to be a family company. And I'm not saying Nintendo can't, you know, bust out some rated M games. They have done it before. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, some stupid people out there might be like, oh, Nintendo's for kids. No, it's for everybody, you douchebags. But if Friday the 13th comes for the Wii U, I'm actually probably will get it for the Wii U anyways. I'll be like, for the Wii U? I'm definitely going to get it for the Wii U. I'm not going to get it for the PlayStation 4. Wii U instead. But that's just me. But anyways, before I end this video, I do want to, like I said, there was a Chucky video game that was going to come out, never came out. I think there was going to be a Freddy video game that never came out either. It literally, all you heard was a Freddy video game. That's all. That's all you heard. Nothing. No development. No fucking trailer like teaser trailer that we saw for Friday the 13th or anything like that. It was just a poster literally the 2010 poster of the remake, and it just said Nightmare on Elm Street video game for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Never came out. Obviously, most people might be like, that's probably fan-made. Probably is. I don't know. I just saw that poster a long time ago on the internet, and also people were talking about it on the internet too. So it was like, it was kind of a big deal, but no one didn't talk about it so much. You know, it wasn't a big thing like Friday the 13th is, because a lot of people didn't talk about that much of Child's Play or Nightmare on Elm Street. This, a lot of people was talking about it like crazy. So now everyone is like, okay, is this going to be legit, or are you just going to fuck with us, you know? And at the end of the day, it all depends how we feel. I mean, if the game did come out, obviously I'll buy it. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't make enough money when it comes out, then that means we will never have another Friday the 13th video game, or probably never have a horror game in general. We will probably never see another Halloween video game that's good. We will probably never see a Chucky video game. We will probably never see a Leatherface video. We will probably never see a Hellraiser video game. Imagine that, a Hellraiser video game. Jesus Christ, that would be rated AO probably. Not just because they will have sex and all, it's just because of the fucking gore. Plus with Texas Chainsaw. But anyways, literally, if this game comes out as AO, it will only be for PC. So that'll be one downfall, because getting games for PC is you have to update that shit 24. It's crazy. It's just way better to stick to one console instead of having multiple consoles like the fucking laptop. But again, that's just me. So anyways, that's all I have to say about Friday the 13th. Tell me what you guys think about this. Are you excited for it? Do you want this to happen? Do you don't want this to happen? Just tell me what you guys think about it. You can end this video right now if you want to. I'm just going to keep going to talk about my ideas, what should be in the game of Friday the 13th. So if you want to cut out this video now, go right ahead. Don't forget to like this video and share it and subscribe, and join me on Facebook as Giovanni Velasquez, on Twitter as TheSkullKlown. Can't find the link, will be in the description box obviously. And my main goal here is trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So there you go. So anyways, let's talk about my ideas, what they could put in Friday the 13th. So there you go. People that just want to hear my thoughts and my opinions, you can leave now, or if you just want to stay to hear the whole video. So anyways, my ideas for the Friday the 13th video game is, well, they actually kind of did pretty good right now. You can play as the counselors, which I kind of figured you're going to play the counselors anyways. And then as Jason, to me, that's a bonus. You could play as Jason, bonus, you know, and you could play with your friends with them too, you know. That's awesome. To me, that is awesome. That is what online gameplay should be. And it is. It's just some of them isn't. It's just, I don't like online gameplay that much. I really don't. To me, I find it a waste of time. To be honest. But hey, I can't lie to you guys. I have to be honest. But I have, like, obviously they're gonna have the machete. Obviously they're gonna have the axe. They're gonna have maybe the pitchfork, because the pitchfork is the most strongest weapon in the NES game. The axe in the Commodore 64 version is the most powerful. So for the PlayStation 3, look at me. I keep thinking the new Friday the 13th game is for the PlayStation 3, which is not. It's just for probably other platforms like PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So for Friday the 13th, obviously they're probably going to keep the transition day to night, which is cool. That's one theme for the NES version that's actually really cool. I think they should keep the same aspect as the 3-day rule, like beat Jason Voorhees in 3 days if you can, basically, and he gets harder and harder the more you do it. But that depends if you want to have Jason player by himself, as a computer, you know, not as another person that you can play as just a computer. Now that'll be fun, but that's also just for the online anyway. So maybe there'll be like a story-driven thing here that you probably would play as Jason when you beat the game. I think that would be cool if you like an unlockable. You want to play as Jason? Beat the game. There you go. Why is that so hard? You know. Nowadays, it's like, you want to play as this character? You have to buy him. It's like, fuck you. Why do I have to go to the fucking store to buy something that's like $5? Just put it in the fucking game. Or 20. You know? It's fucking crazy. I know sometimes they put characters online for like $20. It's like, that's like a game. What the fuck am I paying for a character for? But again, like I said, I'm going way too far here. So my other ideas are, don't fuck up. Basically, don't fuck up like they did for the NES version. There are flaws in the NES version, like throwing your rock. First of all, don't put the rock. Don't put the rock there, for crying out loud. You can put the lighter, you can put the fucking flashlight, but don't put the rock there. The only way that you will put the rock there is if you put a reference to the NES version. So that's it. That's literally all you could do. Just put a rock at a cabin and people will be like, hey, look at that rock. Maybe it's a reference to the NES version. Who knows? And one thing too, okay, I want to say this right now. If you're gonna do the exact same thing as the NES version, then what was the point of fucking making a goddamn game? Just saying. Because if you do the exact same thing in the game, then as the NES, then what was the point of fucking making it? Just because to make it look pretty? For that you could just grab the NES version, polish it, and send it like that. But again, moving on. I still think, okay, for the Friday the 13th, it's very hard to think about ideas here, guys. It's very early and I'm tired, and this is keeping me awake, the Friday the 13th fucking video game. It's because I want to talk about it that much, that's why. But there's obviously flaws in the NES, but you need to look at those flaws that were on the NES and do not make the same mistakes that they're going to do with the new Friday the 13th game. So, if the new Friday the 13th game is good, there was possibilities up the ass for awesome video games. And who knows? We'll probably finally get a versus video game. Finally. Now I know there's actually a hack of Freddy versus Jason. You could play. There's actually two versions. One you can play as Jason. One you can play as Freddy. The one that you play as Freddy is called Freddy versus Jason. The one that you play as Jason is called Jason versus Freddy. So, you know, that's cool. That's so cool that someone actually made that. That's cool. I haven't played it, but LJ Defender, he's played it. He's basically saying, hey, that's basically throwing it out there. If you've never heard of LJ Defender, go check him out. He's freaking awesome. And it's just, this game, I don't know what to think. It's like, I've been waiting for a horror game for a long time to come out, and it's like, now they're gonna make it, and it's like, should I be happy? Should I be nervous? Should I be fucking scared that this game could be bad? I mean, you could be optimistic, obviously. I mean, this game could be bad. It could be the worst video game of all time. But, again, you can't really judge a game it hasn't even been made. You can't judge a movie or a game by the trailer. It might look cool, or it might it might look cool or it might suck, but it does not mean that the movie or the game is bad or good. If you play the game all the way through, then you literally can say to yourself, is it really bad or good? So, that's just me. Again, what do you guys think about this topic of Friday the 13th being a video game, coming back as a video game? And all I have to say is about time, you know, not for Jason Voorhees, but in horror in general. Finally, we just, horror fans, me in particular, I've been dying for these horror video games to come out forever. And then when we do get it, it sucks. And it's like, stop making it sucks. And some of them don't suck. It's just that all I have to say is, don't make this game crappy. Don't. That's all I want. All I want is good gameplay and good story. If you don't have those two aspects, you lost me. I could be like, fuck you, you know? The graphics don't fucking matter to me. They really don't. A lot of people say graphics do matter. Not to me. Graphics can look like 100% shit. If the gameplay is good, and the story is good, then what the fuck do I have to complain about? Really, what do I have to complain about? You might be like, oh, the graphics are bad, but yeah, that's it. Some games are not there to look pretty. Some games are just there just to be, oh, I don't know, games! That's like a lot of things that people miss, you know? It's like, oh, a game! Look how beautiful it is! It's like, no. Yeah, it looks beautiful. But you're thinking more of what it looks like than how the game is actually gonna be. So that's one thing I wanna say. I want people to take this in and be like, you know, yes, you might have some points, and maybe we should look at this game as we should not judge things hypothetically, don't jump into conclusions. Some people do. I do sometimes. But then I'll be like, wait, I can't do this. Let's first see what happens. And if something bad happens, it happens. If something good happens, then it happens. So, that's it. It's been 28 minutes long, so that's really it. That's all I have to say. Join me on Facebook as Giovanni Velasquez, on Twitter is @TheSkullKlown. Can't find the link will be in the description box. Like I said again, my main goal here is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So, again, tell me what you guys think about the new Friday the 13th video game that's supposedly going to come out. Well, yeah, it's coming out, but we don't know who's developing it, and we don't know when it's going to come out. We know it's going to come out in multiple platforms, but we don't know what platforms it's going to be. You can say multiple platforms, and you'll be like, literally people can say multiple platforms, and the game could be for PlayStation 1 and N64, and it could come out now. That's one thing people want to talk about. But anyways, moving on. Bye, guys. And if I keep talking about video games, this will be more than 40 minutes long, and no one doesn't want that.